What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. So today we've got a special guest. You may have seen him on Sky Sports News because he's been on a fair bit, if I'm honest. Chelsea fan Craig. How you doing, mate?
Hello. Yeah, good. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, good to see you guys.
Yeah, so Craig is a...
TL. That's never happened on Sky.
Just like Chelsea, mate, falling off a cliff.
Jeez.
It's now the wrong. It's brilliant.
Wait, what's
Honestly.
going on? I'm just
Honestly.
We're not cutting this. We're not cutting this. It's not.
No,
We
mate,
don't cut anything. We don't
This
cut
is
anything.
high quality content. This is what we're talking about. This is what our subscribers want and love.
Oh my god, it's
I'll
fantastic.
tell you.
Well, whilst Craig tries to sort himself out there, you may have seen Craig on Sky Sports News. He's been on there a fair bit, but he is one of our fellow panelists. He is.
I'm normally the right way round.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Shall we all just?
Jeez Louise.
What if we do it like this?
You might have to leave and come back in, mate. I think you might have to leave and come back in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant. I was confused by you, gang. I was like, what's going on? Oh, that's incredible. We'll wait 2 secs. But, Gaz, well, let's plug the ball quickly. So, obviously, if you watch this on TV, you got a QR code. There's a link in the description as well. £5 donation, please, to Acorns. We're looking to try and raise £1,000. Is that Watkins?
Wally Watkins.
Yeah, Wally Watkins. Wally Watkins' signature there. It is ball from last season's squad. So Jacob Ramsey is on there. So if you want that heirloom to pass down to all your Villa fan, family, kids, etc., then donate £5. You could be in a chance to win that. We'll be looking to do the draw on that later in the year, or later in the year, next year, early
next year, February time, hopefully. Mate, I think we've got to announce, because we had I suppose, it's free advertising for them, but we had a Zoom call with Michael McIntyre yesterday. So it is official. Fanalysis is live. It's available to download.
FANALYSIS. Fanalysis.
You ain't got no alibi. Fanalysis. Woo! Fanalysis. Woo!
Oh, he's back. He's back. Here he is.
I'm back. I'm back.
So
don't worry about lifting yourself up. We can all lower ourselves. So we just.
Right.
Yeah. You lower yourself to Chelsea standards, please.
Right. Anyway.
So, Craig, we were just talking about how Fanalysis is now live. You can go and download it. Go and check it out in the App Store and the Google Play Store, wherever you get your content from or apps from. Go and download it. Come and see us on there. Come and like our comments. Come and interact with us. I think we can do that now. I think we can do, because listen to this. We've been there. I had 9 people like my match report from 9. Mate,
that means that it's probably every other starting 11 fan list other than one has probably
no, but it was random people, so it's obviously been live for a while. My phone kept pinging yesterday. I was like, Fanalysis, that's a bit weird. Wow, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. I was like, I'm going viral. 9 people.
Yeah. So speaking of likes, obviously, if you are new here, please do subscribe if you want more of this top quality content, and give us a like, and obviously comment if you got any hypes, all that malarkey. Then please do drop them in. But Craig, so let's jump straight into it. How are you feeling about this game, Chelsea Villa at Stamford Bridge? It's not been, to be honest, this fixture's not been that friendly to Villa over the years. But how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, in a weird way, we seem to play better against the better teams that we play, if that makes sense. So obviously you guys are on fire. So I'm kind of a bit confident that we might get something, which sounds a bit strange, but that's just what Chelsea are like at the moment. If you were down the bottom struggling, I'd be on here terrified.
Yeah, I think the record, in the last 12, I think we've won 4. You've won 6. And there's been 2 draws in that. We obviously did beat you last time we played you at Villa Park in February. But before that, we didn't have any wins in the previous 5. So, or previous 4, I think it was. So, it's not an easy game for. I mean, Chelsea's never an easy game. Stamford Bridge isn't an easy place to go. I hate that saying, by the way. You know, the saying it's not an easy place to go. I don't think there's anywhere in the Premier League that's an easy place to go, right? Like, I don't think there's an easy stomping ground other than Wolves, Molineux maybe at the moment.
Yeah, certainly for us at the moment, that's definitely the case.
Yeah, exactly. So, so before the season started, what were your kind of like aspirations for the season, and how do you feel? Have they changed as the season's gone on?
I think we just wanted to be closer. So obviously last season we finished top 4, and obviously that kind of has to be really the minimum. But yeah, just wanted to kind of push on and get closer, because we were, you know, obviously a very, very long way behind. Sort of certainly Liverpool, but you know, even Arsenal and City as well. So I think our expectation was, yeah, you know, top 4, maybe get a bit closer to those top guys and just see that we're making progression and consistency, really, which again has been our big problem.
Yeah, Craig, I wanted to ask, because one of my burning questions is, like, last week or the week before in his press conference, Maresca came out and said this has been the toughest 48 hours, and I was like, what? I don't. What's he talking about? Like, what is that about, and where did it come from, and what is going on? And is he in trouble? Is he? Are you? What's the crack?
Does he want to go City?
Well, this is it. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to everyone, I think, because you know, first of all, he's had a lot of difficult 48 hours in the past. So yeah, it's you know, it's hardly new, and yeah, it was all a bit strange. But I think since then, sort of stuff has kind of come out that suggests that maybe there's not quite the full cohesion with the many top brass. We've got sporting directors. Obviously, we've got 2 different sort of factions on the board as well, with the 2 different ownership groups who it appears don't kind of quite see eye to eye themselves. So yeah, I think his issue is more with things behind the scenes, from what we understand. And of course, yeah, then links come out saying that City have got him on a short list if Guardiola goes at the end of the season. So maybe that had something to do with it as well. But yeah, it's all still a bit of a mystery, but it does hint that things aren't quite a happy family behind the scenes there.
Yeah, you mentioned, like, because the it's all about consistency, right? And you finish top 4, so you want to be pushing up in those echelons again. But is that the pressure on? Like, because now with Villa's latest win against Man United, you know, and look, mate, we've only beat them 6 times in like 61 games.
61 games. 30 years. 6 times in 30 years in all.
So just had to throw that one in there. But yeah, like it's. That pressure comes, and the gap has widened now to 7 points. Like, obviously, there's a long way to go, a long way to go, and it can change pretty quickly. But does that put added pressure on you guys? Do you know what I mean? To say, actually, because if Villa were to get a result, in a couple of days' time, even if we don't lose, it's a good result for us. I'd take a point right now. But if we were to win, does that's a 10-point gap then, and that's quite that's a big thing to make up, isn't it? So does that put extra pressure, and is he at risk of losing his job?
I think it does, but you know, and again, as much as anything, because I don't think there's that maybe support, or certainly he doesn't feel like he's got that support there as well. And yeah, you know, if results don't fall in line as well, then it's kind of what's left. And yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, you know, we're looking at trying to bridge the gap with those clubs that we finished behind. So, you know, if we're getting guys like yourselves coming above us, then it's like, you know, not only are we not bridging that gap that we wanted to, we're falling behind. So yeah, I think you have to say, you know, especially at a club like ours, where they're not shy of changing managers, and even this new regime, who I think have been even more ruthless than Roman Abramovich, believe it or not, when it comes to managers. So yeah, I think you have to say that it'd have to be in a little bit of trouble for sure.
And that's good. That's good news for us, mate. I reckon the ship's rocking over there. Do you know what I mean? And we're flying.
I don't like this. I never like this whole this new fandangle way of just get rid of manager, change the manager stuff. Like even, I mean, I was actually on Sky the other day, and it was brought up the fact that a fan earlier in the season, I think it was Mark.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Had said that there's potential like change needed, as in the manager, and we were literally like, "Are you insane? Like what? Why? What is wrong with these people?" I think the fans are just as bad as owners. So fickle. Can you imagine if the fans were actually in control? Like, I think it would be
text in now, yes, no. After a game.
Manager, Emery, you just be like trying to sign every player. Like, yeah, Messi, get him in. Yeah, we'll take a loan here. Like,
there's a new thing for analysis, right? Before you leave the ground, everyone has to vote. Does he keep his job or not?
I'm sure I heard like the idea of they want to try and do like people can vote or like suggest subs, and it can get to the manager. And I was like, absolutely not. Like,
there's no Premier League manager saying yes to that.
Yes, I think Gary is right. We should definitely bring on Hemmings. He should come on into the midfield. Like,
mate,
no, absolutely mental.
Mate, if they're going to do that, they might as well give us the opportunity to stand right next to them and just whisper in their ear, "I think you should do this." But, you know, I've obviously watched the Villa for 40 years. You've only coached for, 3 at the Villa. I know them better than you, clearly.
Anyway. So this brings us now on to your moment to shine, Craig. Your moment to shine.
No pressure, mate. No pressure.
It is our hat-trick quiz. I've got to bring him back in because he left. There we go. So it's our hat-trick quiz. That's my face usually when any of these questions come up. I ain't got a Scooby. And that's Gary thinking about, how does James got to these answers? Where are these answers from?
That's me thinking, please, if he's used ChatGPT,
I haven't.
He's researched the questions.
I've done it manual. I've done it all manual. Yeah, we did a Christmas quiz, and to say the least, it was not accurate in any way. It was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, you have got a total of 3 + 1. That's my scoreline for this weekend, by the way. 1-3. It's 3 + 1 questions that you will have. You've got your normal hat trick, and then the opportunity to get a consolation goal at the end as well. So first up, question 1. Villa beat Chelsea 2-1 at Villa Park back in Feb. Chelsea took an early lead in the 9th minute with a goal from which player?
Yeah, what? My thing is, if you asked me something from 20 odd years ago, I'd probably know the answer. But something that happened yesterday, I
didn't know when to go. Last time we did questions from like the 90s, and we had someone going, "Oh, can we get something from this millennia?"
Yeah.
And now I'm asking questions from like what 10 months ago, and now I'm getting moaned at for not doing it too far in the back. Give us I can give you some multiple choice.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got I actually have to make this up as well because I haven't actually so give me 1 sec. Okay. So we have got Cole Palmer, Gusto, Cucurella, or Enzo Fernandez.
I might be getting mixed up with another game, but I think it might have been Enzo.
Correct, mate. It was Enzo Fernandez. There you go. 1. So that's your little tap it. That was the easy question.
Oh, dear.
Craig, this is the curler from the edge of the box, mate. You're 18 yards out, mate. No,
this is what Villa do on a day-to-day basis. This one. Right. So Villa beat Chelsea 0-1 at Stamford Bridge in September 2023 through an Ollie Watkins goal in the 73rd minute. There was a Chelsea player that saw red on 58 minutes for a challenge on Luca Digne. Who was that player?
No, I remember this one. That was Gusto.
It was, mate. Look at that. Oh!
Oh.
Never a red.
Mate, VAR is insane.
If you're sending people off for that, what's the
game gone?
What's happened to the game, honestly?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Back in my day, mate, that'd have been a free kick to Chelsea.
If it was Man U, it would have been a penalty to Man U, even though it's outside the box. But no, if I remember rightly, actually, Luca Dean, it looked really painful, but he actually got up and he was fine. I was actually amazed because I remember seeing this going, oh my God, that is sickening.
Yeah, but that's the problem when you slow things down, mate. Like, it was going back to that Spurs-Liverpool game, was Xavi Simons, like, when you slow it down, it looks horrific, but in real time, I didn't even think it was a foul. And you go, it looked like accidental, but they slow it down, you get an image like that, and that looks horrific. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, it's one of them, innit?
Anyway, well, mate, 2 for 2.
2 for 2. This is the one, mate. This is the Thunderbolt, the 30-yard screamer.
We haven't had anyone get all 4 yet, Gary, have we?
No, we have. We have the Brighton fan. We've had
one.
Brighton,
we've had one. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, question 3. I had to give you one. Where you actually won. Chelsea battered Villa 8-0 on the 23rd of December. What? By the way, we've played a lot of games around the festive period in 2012 with 7 different goal scorers. But can you tell me who scored a brace?
The 23rd of December, my birthday, actually. Yeah.
Oh, so that's today. Happy birthday, mate.
Today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we are recording this, by the way, on the Tuesday. This will be coming out Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That 23rd. I remember it well. I think it was Frank Lampard.
Oh, it was Ramirez, mate. Put it just wide of the post. Just wide of the post. Yeah.
Do you know
Ramirez.
what? It's funny. Ramirez didn't get many goals, so that surprises me.
I didn't even know who the hell he was. So that's
what, mate.
There you go.
You didn't know who he was. You don't remember his goal in the Nou Camp in the Champions League semi-final where he died. Gee, that was a.
Because Villa weren't.
He was a great player.
Villa
this game, by the way,
so I don't tend to watch those matches.
Fair enough. But this game ruined my Christmas work, Stu. I was out, right, and we went to the walkabout and we watched it, and I just walked out. I was drunk and walked out and went home, and it was only about like 7 o'clock because I think it was a 5:30 kickoff. So we watched it, and I was like, "Now I'm done." And my mate's like, "No, you got to start." And I can't. I'm just not in the right frame of mind. That is like Villa are getting relegated. It's all over. I'm going home, and just went home.
So
football controls everything. It's a nightmare.
Obviously, that was a massive low for us. But I will say that this next one, I vividly remember the game happening because I was working at PC World at the time, and we had TVs.
Where in the world?
PC World. So we had TVs at the back of the shop. So obviously, I'd try and watch it whenever I could, and I was just running like a nutter. It was a crazy game. So Villa and Chelsea shared spoils back on Boxing Day 2007. Like I said, festive games. Villa went 2-0 up before the game ended 4-4. There were 2 red cards on that day for Chelsea. Carvalho and who else? Oh. By the way, red cards seem to be a theme as well.
Yes. Yeah, that does seem to be a theme. Home and away, actually. Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of red cards. Maybe because it's always around Christmas and people want to have time off.
Yeah.
Gary, I've actually got a bonus question for you at the end of this because there was a Villa player.
Oh, no, you can't do that to me. I haven't prepared.
Villa player as well. Yes, Craig, any ideas?
Oh, no idea. Do you know what? The only one I'm going to guess is maybe I'm misremembering. I think maybe he scored, but I seem to remember Shevchenko being involved in something. So I don't think it was him, but I'll go Shevchenko.
So Shevchenko, if I remember rightly, I think he scored 2 goals. One of them was a penalty, I think, as well, like on the 45th, on the stroke of half time. It was Ashley Cole.
Was it?
Oh, and he doesn't look happy there at all. Doesn't look happy about it. I'm not going to lie.
I think Cheryl just divorced him at that point, mate.
You what?
Cheryl Cole had just divorced him at that point.
Yeah.
Cheating, so he was an angry boy.
We'd all be angry about that. So 2 out of 4. No, not too bad. Kind of middle of the road. Kind of how Chelsea are right now. Just kind of average.
On his birthday as well, mate. You could have kind of given multiple choice on that one.
Sorry.
James, you are a cruel quizmaster, mate. Honestly.
Brutal.
Stickler for the rules.
Brutal. Gary, so bonus question on that.
Who
got sent off for Villa?
In that game?
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
Whatever for repeating the question.
Fucking hell.
It was a defender.
Was it Martin Larson?
No, it was Zat Knight.
Mate, he was barely a Villa player. Doesn't count. I'm not having that. No.
There's always some caveat from Gary on why you can't get the question right.
Mate, rubbish question. No, I disagree. You're not doing the hat-trick quiz again. I'm taking over it again. That was rubbish.
I will say, Craig, I did up the difficulty there. That was particularly difficult. Looking at red cards and stuff is quite hard. Anyway, but good effort. Good effort. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now on to our predictions. So I actually need to do a little bit of work here. 2 seconds, because
we'll just look at Ashley Cole while we wait.
Yeah, exactly.
What a lovely view.
Beautiful human.
So here you go, Craig. This is your why does every I don't understand that yours doesn't have this, Gary, but Craig's has the Chelsea badge on every single, just in case you weren't sure. Which team these players play for, the Chelsea badge behind every player. But if you could just quickly take us through, like, I mean, highlights of this, any kind of changes that have come into play, players that might be able to hurt Villa and why, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so the prediction is, I mean, I think at the moment, with who's available to us, the strongest team that we've got, which, you know, it's obviously going to be a busy festive period, but I think this is probably the biggest game that we're going to have, obviously with the form you guys are in. So yeah, James had been playing in midfield, and we've had Gusto out right back, but Enzo, who wasn't playing in the last game, didn't start against Newcastle. I think he'll come back in, obviously our strongest midfield too. And that means that James, obviously in the form that he's in, has to start, so he'll go back into right back. And yeah, I think the rest of it kind of picks itself really at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I actually love Reece James, like, as a player, and I think he's just been such a shame that he was so marred by injury, and now he's managing to keep himself fit, and it's actually showing you what he can do. I mean, that hit was a free kick the other day.
Yeah,
absolute banger. Like, and I'm also really annoyed because I had him on my fantasy football bench. I've had him on my bench for about 4 weeks. I just keep on thinking, nah, this end his game, and he seems to somehow. But I think we'll have to watch out for him down our left hand side. It'll be interesting to see how Gary's lined us up. But I think, do you got? I haven't watched Chelsea a huge amount this season. Do you play the press, or do you play kind of counter attack? How do you tend to play?
Yeah, I think when we play in these big games, we do like to press. Again, some of the frustrations in when we, you know, playing against I hate that term, lesser sides, but I think you guys know what I mean. Sort of you know, teams that come in are harder to, you know, sort of break down. It's all very sort of slow and possession based. Whereas when teams, you know, we seem to sort of have a bit more of a game plan about them. It's it's normally very sort of high intensity, high press, not so much worried about the possession and sort of nice patterns of play. And yeah, sort of a bit more. Well, I think a bit more what actually we want to see, really.
Yeah, I think if you are looking to do the press, I think basically you'll have watched the game against Man U and various other games this season and gone, there's a mistake in that back four. There's a potential. We like to play out from the back. We like to try and beat that press. It's high risk, but it's generally pretty high reward. And without Pau Torres, it's not. We don't quite have that around the back. Lindelof, you know, to be fair, he's done a decent job deputising, but he's not the same. And and to be honest, we've said before about Pau Torres up against any kind of pace, we'd be screwed as well. So it's got this weird one with our back four where I feel like however it lines up, there's a weakness there, whether it's pace, whether it's getting caught on the ball, whether it's physicality in the air, like dominance. However I think we mix up our back four, Gary, there's always something there that we're kind of a bit concerned about.
Yeah. I if I'm honest, I'm nervous about this one. Like, obviously, we've had a brilliant run, right? And it's 10 games in a row, and I think at the very least we should be going to this game confident that we can get at least a point. But there are weaknesses to our defence, and I think looking at that Chelsea team, like Garnacho, Palmer, Neto, all pacey players. Neto is one of the fastest humans I've ever seen. Like he's got pace to burn. And if you watch that Man U game, or if you've watched any game against us, teams that play the high press, but like have joy. We crumbled against Liverpool because they do it really, really well, right? And we gifted them a goal. And it just makes me a little bit nervous that not many teams have been able to get in behind us with the pace, because our midfield has more or less been spot on, and we've played really, really well and kept the play in front of us. But I just think that front three of yours have the capabilities of getting into those gaps and turning Lindelof, who, by the way, is the slowest human on earth. I think I am quicker than him. At 46 years old, I really believe I could play centre-half for the Villa, because he's like he's got lead in his boots. And it's not. It's because he's old and slow. And so if you get him turning his back to his own goal and he's got to run, like, literally, I could outpace him. So Neto will no doubt cause problems down that side. I think we will probably go with Maatsen for that very reason, to try and match that pace. And Maatsen's been on fire, so I'm hoping he can handle that. It's all about individual performances, and what I'm hoping is that the Villa go into this game going, actually, we can match them. And we, like you said, Craig, we tend to raise our game against the better sides. We haven't played particularly well in this run of 10. Like, there's 2 games where we have. Arsenal game, we were outstanding. And the Man City game at home, we were absolutely outstanding. We played really, really well. But they were both at home. Away is a very different kettle of fish. So it's just whether, for me, Villa believe they deserve to be where they are. And these next 2 games will ultimately tell us if we are in a title race or not. Because if we lose both of these games, then I think that's over, and we just go, okay, we'll aim for us, that Champions League spot.
And that's not like some kind of failure or something.
No, not at all.
The nature of it. We're in the title conversation just because we're up there, but we know that can change very, very quickly.
Yeah. Like, the next 6 games for us are huge. Like, in terms of just to be in with a shout, because we know that Man City typically after Christmas will go on and win every game, because they can. Someone needs to break Haaland in half for that to stop, I think, and then they won't score any goals. And then you've got, obviously, Arsenal who are pressuring Man City. But there's what I like about this whole setup for the Villa is there's no pressure on us. Like, we're not expected to come to Stamford Bridge and win like that. No one's expecting us to do that. Like, yes, we've been in a fantastic round of form, but I think if you speak to any Villa fan, we'll be like, we'll take a point, just don't lose the game, And if we get something from it, then I'd be more inclined to kind of think we're probably going to get a result against Arsenal. They hate playing against us. We've got a great record at the Emirates. I think that this game is just one that we've got to try and just get through.
This is the one where we need to keep that momentum going for that Arsenal game. And if we can, I just love another one of these ground out rubbish kind of performance, but managed to win 1 or 2-1 or something like that with a wonder strike from somewhere like that. That's what we're kind of hanging our hat on at the minute. I mean, that obviously against Man U, we were really poor. Man U are actually pretty good. I think they made us quite poor, but 2 wonder goals. And this is the problem that teams have against us now, right? Is that you don't know what to do. Do you go to the player? Do you stop the shot? Do you hold? Do you fall off? Do you come back and try and block the passing lanes? What do you do? And
mate, I'm really intrigued to see the matchup of Morgan Rogers against Reece James, because ultimately that's where it could be won or lost. Reece James, I think, is a phenomenal footballer, mate. I think if he hadn't have suffered so many injuries, like, goodness knows where he'd be in terms of stature, and whether he'd still be at Chelsea. Maybe he would have gone into, I don't know. I think he's a fabulous footballer, and he's a naturally gifted kind of guy who
his sister
just not. has just been riddled with injury, and this is probably the longest he's been fit, right, for probably 4 or 5 years.
Long time, yeah, very long time.
I'm really, I think there's little individual battles in this game that's going to kind of where it's won and lost. And like I mentioned, your front three. I think if Anana and Kamara are on it, they're good enough to kind of stifle them. They're a big physical presence. It's weird because I've spent most of this season with our predicted lineup going, this is what I would play, and actually now I'm kind of like, this is what he's going to play because it makes sense in terms of because it's worked. Like I think John McGinn is wasted out on the right hand side, but in the energy that he brings and the cover he brings at right back for Matty Castro to deal with Garnacho and all that kind of stuff, like John McGinn will just kick Garnacho so far into the stand he won't even know what's hitting. It'll be John McGinn's arse.
Every Villa fan
he's literally going to bum him. That's what's going to happen. Right?
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Garnacho. Boom. Right? And while Garnacho does offer a threat, I think he can go missing in games if he's not feeling for it. I think getting into him will do that. And then you've got Yuri Tillemans. Now, this guy against Man United, I said to you, didn't I, James, on the previous show, like I'd love to have seen his running stats because he was everywhere. He was absolutely everywhere. And again, I think he's wasted as a number 10. I think he plays better when he drops a little bit deeper and he can play the ball through to Rodgers. But he still can cause a problem. Our biggest weakness, as we all know, is I like to call him Wally Watkins because he's I don't know. He's not hit the same levels as everybody else in our team. We're flying, and like this guy has scored 3 Premier League goals all season and doesn't look like he's going to score. He could play every game from now to the end of the season. He just doesn't look like he's going to do it. He looks like he's disinterested. But this could be the one. He's had a bit of joy at Stamford Bridge in recent seasons. So maybe he's better away from Villa Park. Like the game against Brighton, for instance, I thought he was excellent against Brighton.
Pressure.
And then he hasn't really kind of hit the heights. So it's all about, we all know with this festive time, like there's a lot of football to be played, right? You're fitting a lot of fixtures in a short space of time. And I keep saying like the bubble's going to pop, but we've played 5 matches in December and won them all. And it's like, okay, can we do a 6? We shouldn't be able to, but like I say, for whatever reason, we're just winning football matches, even when we're playing terribly. Like James said, Man United, I was really impressed with how they pressed us. And we struggled. We kept giving the ball away. We were sloppy in possession. But Man United didn't take their chances. It's fair to say. They had a great chance with Sesko in the first half, didn't take it. And Cunha missed a header from 4 yards out. And you go, if you take those 2 chances, it's a very, very different game. So, I just think with the likes of Cole Palmer and stuff, if we give you those opportunities, we will be punished. So it's going to be a fascinating game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be full of Christmas dinner, sitting there 5:30, just kind of going, come on the Villa boys. But I'm not going to lie, I am a little bit nervous about this one.
I don't like these games against Chelsea. I just find like they never really go our way. I remember because we went to Chelsea away in the was it the Cup?
It was the FA Cup.
Yeah, because we
January ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it because it was and it ended 0-0. It was a proper drab affair.
Mate, that week was horrible for me. I went to Everton away where we drew 0-0, right? And I went to Chelsea away and we drew 0-0. I travelled over 500 miles, right? And didn't even see a goal. Right? We had a goal disallowed against Chelsea. That we scored and it was disallowed for offside, I think, or a foul or whatever. And I was like, I don't get too many away games. That's the problem, because tickets are like rocking all shit from the Villa. So like I managed to get tickets for these 2. I was buzzing, thinking, come on, and took my nephew to London. We had a great that met James, and it was like it was awesome.
His nephew, who was definitely under 18 and drank 2 ciders and was feeling a little bit ropey.
Yeah. To be fair,
another one. He was like, no.
Yeah. Well, he's 15 now. He's an absolute beer guzzling monster. His tolerance has improved, bless him. But it's one of those where you go, that's a lot of travelling to see nothing.
Yeah,
but that's why we do it, right? You can't have it all.
Exactly. Brilliant. Well, now onto the final bit, onto our predictions. I don't know if you have a pen and paper, Craig, but you can always use your fingers if you don't. Yeah, you do. Awesome.
I did, but somehow it got. I think I left it outside. Sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You can use your fingers.
I've left
all you
my
got to
pad
do
over
is
there, mate.
remember.
I'll use my fingers.
Yeah, all you got. Yeah, we'll all do our fingers then.
Yeah.
All you got to do is remember which side is home or which side is away. So just make obviously Chelsea's. So that's us. That's us, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one's.
Right.
Yeah.
Right is Chelsea, left is Villa.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right. So me and Gary are going to go first. By the way, I should have clarified that. So me and Gary, from a Villa point of view, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm going for the 2-1. I mean, I think actually the realist to me says like 1-1, but I'm on a Villa podcast, so I'm going to go for the win. Craig, what are you going for? Always go for the Desmond. He's going for the Desmond.
Desmond, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll take it.
I think there's got potential of being goals in this. I do. I think. And I always have two predictions. I have a head and a heart prediction. So my heart, being a Villa fan, says 2-1. We win the game, 11 in a row. It's all roses, right? But as I said at the start of the show, I take a point in a heartbeat, and I think 2-2 could be 3-3, could be 4-4. I think there's goals in both teams, and I think with the way we play and the way you play, if you're going to press us, well, I think both teams will create opportunities. I do. So let's see what happens. It's going to be an exciting one, boys. It's going to be exciting.
There'll be a few red cards as well. We know that.
Yeah, apparently that's the case, right? Are you going the game, Craig? Are you got tickets?
I am. Yeah. I've got a season ticket, so I'll be there. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, we just can't get away tickets for love nor money. It's almost impossible. Gary's managed to nab before freebies through Acorns, but that's about it. I just can't get anything. It's impossible.
The problem is it's so frustrating because, like, I've been a Villa fan for 40 years now, right? And I've been a season ticket holder for 18, 19 years. And when we were back in when we were in the Championship, the away scheme was available, but I couldn't take.
I went all sorts. I went QPR away because I was in London at the time. I went QPR and Millwall and all these games.
But all the Gladbach games, yeah.
Yeah, but circumstances were in the way. Like I had young kids and stuff. It was difficult to kind of, my daughter played. I've got a daughter who's disabled. It was like I couldn't realistically justify it to my wife. I'm going to Villa every week, and I just wouldn't have been here. So I didn't sign up for it. But I'm gutted now because now the kids are older. I could probably get away with it. Yeah. So I should have just paid into it and just kind of sold on my tickets. But Villa have clamped down on that now. You can't do it. Like you have to attend. You have to attend the games. Yeah. If you don't,
I reckon there's a lot of people who have just been ticket squatting. They basically just pay for the ticket just so they get the points. But I suppose they don't confirm that it's you attending, right?
No. There's still ways around it. What I'm saying is like they are checking it a little bit more. They've done it with home season tickets this season. They've made them all digital and basically said if you don't attend 14 home games, then you're at risk of losing your tickets. Because obviously we've got a waiting list of 30,000 people.
Who's not attending 14?
No, I know.
Yeah. Buy a season ticket. Yeah, I'm going to go 5 games.
Mate, there are a certain group of fans that have had a season ticket. Like there's people that have moved away that still have the ticket, just sell the tickets back to the club and don't attend the games. So I think it's just to iron those out to give fans an opportunity to. I mean, it's not that. It's basically to get as much money as they possibly can. Let's be honest, right? Season tickets are going up. They want more tourists in the ground.
We want the grounds full. We want people to whoever's got the ticket. We want people to be going the games. We want. I mean, they'll be full anyway because I'll be selling them. But you do want the people who are paying for the tickets to be going.
Mate, what I want is a loyalty program that recognises that I've been loyal. I've been there 19 years in a row. I should be getting first choice. Do you know what I mean? I want to Emery's house to sit down once a month to talk about tactics and talk about where we're going.
Here's your subs.
Here's my subs. I want to be able to sit there and go, "Oi, Unai, I'm paying your wages."
Yeah. To be honest, if I'm honest, he can definitely hear us from where we sit. If we shout loud enough, you can definitely hear it. Right. Anyway, well, thank you so much, Craig, for coming on. That was really fun. I love the dropping off the cliff at the start. That was fantastic. That's the highlight of the entire thing for me, if I'm honest.
Well, if there's one thing it's consistent at fucking up.
Very
Well, I wanted to play into, you know, the reputation of the
good.
podcast.
Well
So
done.
yeah.
Mate, you got the memo perfectly. It was superb. It fits in with the rhetoric brilliantly.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Obviously, have a brilliant Christmas. This will actually have come out on Boxing Day, so that won't make any sense. But hope you had a great Christmas. Yeah,
Yes,
Cheers. Thanks. You too.
Brilliant. Well, have a great day. Gary, any final thoughts and sing us out?
Yeah, final thoughts. It's time to burn off the Christmas turkey. It's time to... Football is back, baby. It's the 27th of December, 5:30 kickoff. Be there, be square. Come on, you Villa boys. And as always, every week we follow the boys in claret and blue. Peace, people.